Are we back? Hello? I'm back. Oh my god. My internet exploded. That's very silly. It just does that sometimes. I don't know what's up with the internet here, but I'm not sure if it's like the router modem thing going down or if there's something else happening. I don't know. It sucks. Um. Anyway. Hmm. I don't know how we assign a priest. I guess once it becomes a temple. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. We need 5 instruments? Can we make instruments? Okay. Um... Maybe we can make a doseem. If we can make this stuff out of stone, that would be nice. Ah, that's using bone, but whatever. Okay. Make... Oh, right, they're hauling it, I think, so you gotta wait. What? We made a doseem pipe. What's going on here? Okay. Well, that's annoying. Okay, what about a bog sosh? Okay, made out of wood. Now we need the bog sosh bellows. Well, what the fuck? I don't even see those here. Why are instruments such a pain in the ass, dude? Just make the, like, just generate the jobs to make the instrument. I don't want to have to make all the pieces. You know what I mean? Like, you just do it for me. How do we... Where do we even find these? Yes, Stream Elements, I am live. Thanks. Like, we don't even have the option to make the rest of the bog sosh. The bellows just aren't even in the list. So what, huh? And not to mention, we can't even make the instrument, the doseem, even though we made the pipe. So what the fuck? Why is this system dog shit? Who made this? Well, shit. I don't know, man. Can we make this Egar thing? It says we need bellows. Oh, that needs bellows too. Well, we can't make those. Are those here? No. Are they like a leather thing? I don't see like a leather worker or whatever. Oh, up here. Duh. Excuse me. All right, let's see if it's leather. That could make sense. Okay. Yeah, here we go. So, Bogsosh, Egar. I don't remember what else I was making. We should have some leather to use, I think. We do. If we could find one of these instruments that doesn't need leather, that would be ideal. A plectrum. Nice, good word. Sound chest and strings. This might need cloth or so. I don't know what they would make the strings out of. We should be able to make one of the instruments by now, at least. We made the bellows. Huh? Where are these? Here are the bellows. Where are these other instrument pieces going? Why are they unavailable? There's a dosine pipe. Did I not make this? We need a Bogsosh keyboard, but the Bogsosh keyboard is not here. What? I don't know about this one, dude. Carpenter? No, there's nothing here. Mechanic workshop? Nope. Bowyer? Nope. Stoneworker? That's just that. I mean, we can make that, I guess, but... What else could it be? What could it be? I doubt it would be a jeweler. I mean, maybe, but... I don't think so. Huh. Well, where's the missing piece? Because we made a body for the Bogsosh, but it says it needs a keyboard. So where do we make... Is that like a metal working thing? Instrument piece? There's an Egar keyboard, but what about the Bogsosh keyboard? Well, is it glass? Oh, it's glass. Oh. Okay, so that helps. We need glass. How do we... Sand. There you go. Gather your sand. Whoops. I made 2 of them. Okay. So we got our sand collection area. In order to do that, though, I think we need bags. What are these? Fungi wood. They're dead. Plum helmets. Dimple cup. Okay, whatever. Next season, we'll start growing our pigtails. Which we should be able to turn into cloth. In order to do that, we're going to need a loom. No, we're going to need a farmer's workshop. I can just build it in here. It doesn't. You can just pack these in. It doesn't even matter. We need a farmer's workshop so we can process the plants into thread. Okay, and then we're gonna do process plants forever. Actually, no, because that'll like delete the job when they're done. So we need to process plants. Process specifically pigtails. Thank God we can set that. Restarts if completed, checks every day. If we have more than 0 pigtails, process them. There we go. So that way, whenever they grow, we can just immediately have them be turned into thread. Because we need bags in order to gather sand. So we're gonna need to wait on that. I don't think there's any instruments we can make. I guess we just go down the list and just try to make everything, right? Like... Because see, this says plant thread, but this doesn't, so I'm curious if we could make... Because I don't know if we need the instruments for the temple, but I'm sure it'll help. It's also not telling us, like, the value of this shrine for some reason. It just says question mark. But I guess we can just engrave artwork on the entire thing. Oh, this song's familiar. Tales of Fantasia. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. I played a little bit of that. Okay, it is a temple now. Very good. I'll let him finish this. Might as well. But now we can recognize a high priest when this is a complex. So now we can get I don't know, who do we want to get? Like a beekeeper who doesn't really do anything. Although these people who are good at conversation skills might be better. So this stoneworker, Sakzul. Let's take a gander at this person. What do they do? Engraver, mason, stonecutter, stonecarver. They don't really do anything. Okay, so that's fine. We'll make them the priest. They don't have a lot of responsibilities to take care of otherwise, so I think that works out perfectly. And they're good at some conversational things like conversation and persuader. So I think they'll probably be good at doing the priest job. Performer. This bookbinder doesn't really do anything. They're a musician and wind instrumentalist, so we could give them like a wind instrument and they could play music here. So that might be a good idea. We also have some people who are decent at dancing. But I think I'll just have the priest for now, because that's what we promised to do, is to make a temple and assign a priest. So we have now fulfilled our obligations, I think. So that should be good. Like I think we're good on that. We've accomplished what we wanted to do. Let's get rid of all these little notifications. We got 3 really happy people, but also 3 kind of miserable people. To balance things out, you know, you got the happy ones, you got the miserable ones. Oh yeah, we got to finish building our beds. I totally forgot about that. And then we will move. Go ahead and smooth all this out for now. I think we need doors. I don't think we have doors on like a repeating... We don't. We're out of doors. So let's make some doors out of, I don't know, andesite, whatever. Oh, I should have carved it before I put the beds in. Oh, shit. That's gonna bother me now. Well, reinstall the beds. Wait, I think they could do it under the... I don't know why they sometimes just skip that tile with the bed on it. I'm not sure if it's like... I guess when the bed has the being built order, they can't assign both a smoothing and bed building order in the same tile, so it skips the smoothing on that tile. But then I think once the bed's in, actually we probably could have just smoothed under it, and then we wouldn't have needed to reinstall the bed. Oh well. Such is life. Well, we still don't have any doors to install yet. For some reason, they are not making the door. Let's unlock this hematite. I don't know what's going on here. We need to haul this up to the surface. There we go. We also need a place to put gemstones. I will probably put them here, maybe? Just because gemstones are quick to haul, so if we put, like, our gem cutting... We could actually open up this room here and put gems and stuff in this side. So yeah, let's just put gemstones in here. Why not? Rough gems. Let's get all the rough gems in here. I don't think I'll put the glass in here, though. So yeah, let's just put rough gems in here, and that gives them a home as well. So that's easy, and that cleans up some of these rough gems that are laying around. We probably need more tables and chairs. We only have 14, so... And what I want to do is start building them in here. So let's go ahead and get a work order for like 20 tables and chairs. Although this guy's making doors. Let's get another stone workers workshop. Maybe not a microcline, so it's blue. I should have did that one blue as well. I didn't think about it. Okay, and at this one, let's go ahead and get a work order for rock tables. Make 20 of these bad boys out of alunite. And then what are we doing up here? We're doing orthoclase thrones. So whenever he's done making these doors, let's also add a work order for the thrones here. We only have 18 of that. Well, let's turn 15 of it into thrones. I'm sure there's more of that we can mine somewhere. I forgot what color it was, but like what it looks like in the walls. I'm sure there's more of it around. Okay, this is closed, and the cavern is closed, so we're good on all that shit. We're starting to make our tables. Very good. He's gonna flop between doors and thrones, probably. You know what? He might be the only person that can do this. I think stone crafting might include furniture. Let's go ahead and include our expedition leader here. He's adequate at stone crafting. Actually, this guy is, I think, a migrant who we could probably have do it since he's not doing anything else. We should check weaponsmithing. Nobody can do weaponsmithing. Very unfortunate. What about armor smithing? Can anybody do that at a decent level to start? Oh, okay. We did get a High Master Armor Smith. That's fantastic. If we're gonna have anybody, like, that's good at what they do already, I think armor smithing would be better. Because then it's like, you know, we can have good quality armor to keep our dwarves safe. And if their weapons are not, like, the maximum quality, that's okay. I would prefer better armor than a better weapon, I think. Oh. A bookbinder is taken by a Fey Mood, and he's claiming a workshop. They claimed this workshop. Okay, what are they doing? Cut gems and bones. Okay, that's not hard. We can cut some gems. That's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and mine this out. And we'll put in our gem cutter over here like I was thinking. Because we got gems to cut already, so we just gotta build the workshop. And with a couple legendary miners, this will get mined out real quick. Jeweler. There we go, with microcline. And we got even more gems right there. So now all we got to do is here, cut gem, and then somebody will come do this. We have somebody who can do gem cutting, so that's fine. And then as soon as we cut a gem, unless they need more than one, they should be set to just finish whatever they're doing here. Now, what we could do as well to control this is we could deconstruct our craft dwarf workshops and force them to do... we could force dwarves to do weaponsmithing and stuff, right? I think by just deconstructing all of the workshops that they could claim, besides like the weaponsmithing workshop, and then they would have to make something there. Now they could end up making armor because it doesn't only make weapons. The workshop makes like weapons, armors, crafts, all that stuff. So I guess it doesn't really matter, but it would probably increase the chances. Unless they make a weapon here, that would be amazing if they made just like some shitty, like, I think if they make a scepter, that is a weapon and they become a weaponsmith. I would love it if that happened. That'd be awesome. Because then if they can become like a legendary weaponsmith just for free, boom, there we got our person to pump out weapons for the military. We got 4 miserable people now. Why is the misery increasing? Oh, we need more goblets. That's for one. He had a drink without a goblet. This guy needs to craft stuff. Yeah, it's just... I don't know, man. It's so hard to keep these people happy. It's very, very annoying. This guy's also sleeping on the floor, I think, because he might not have a bedroom yet. So we need our doors to finish the bedrooms. Oh no, he was going to sleep. Okay, he has a bedroom. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to balance out his unmet bullshit needs here, like acquiring objects and stuff. We also don't have good meals, apparently. I don't know if we need better than basic meal to satisfy that. Maybe we do. Our food has dwindled from like 200 to 150. I don't know what's up with that. I don't, like, we should be fine on food production. Maybe we're not, but, oh, our turkeys have grown up. Okay. That'll help. Let's go ahead and do, let's slaughter a bunch of turkeys. That'll do one thing for us. Let's see. So we probably want to keep around turkey hens. We have 6 here. Let's keep maybe 12 hens. And 2 males. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll keep another male. And then 10, 11, 12. And then we'll slaughter everything else. And hopefully I've fixed the issue here with the butchery, so that way they can take the meat from the hens and put it like in the stockpile. Which it looks like I think they're doing. Okay. They made an earring, they claimed it as a personal treasure, whatever. So that just means they're gonna be a legendary stonecrafter or something like that. Doesn't really matter, but I guess that means we could also put them on let's see. Where'd they go? Is it not stone crafting that maxed out? I guess that maxed out stone cutting. What did it? It should have maxed something out. Like, they're supposed to get a huge skill boost from that. Who did this? Oh, they became a bone carver because they made it out of bone. Okay. So maybe we need them to, it's also like the materials they use as well as what they make. Interesting. Well, now we have a legendary bone carver, I guess. Whatever. Okay, so we are pulling the meat out of here. Yeah, we're getting the meat into a barrel, so it shouldn't rot anymore. And now we can actually use that to make food. And I think if we do... Let's see. If we prepare fine meals, we can get... We just need solid items, and then, I don't know, like, I think we do fine meals instead, and that should make people a little bit happier. So let's get rid of easy meals. And then, let's say less than 50. Okay, we're brewing drinks, so that's good. We're replenishing that. Okay, so now we got a bunch of raw meat in the barrels, and we're gonna keep gathering more turkeys. Sometimes we get skin as well, and I think that can make leather. Maybe. I don't know. This, we should probably have another bin to hold. I think we could put the bones and stuff into a bin. We're growing more of this. It is summer. And we got our pigtails in as well. So we should start seeing them make thread out of that at some point. Maybe let's add another bin. Because they put leather in that one. I don't know if they can mix and match. They probably can, but I don't know. We'll add a little bit to it. See if that helps. Maybe they can't put these into a container. We might have to quantum stockpile our bones and stuff. And then, let's see, cartilage. Yeah. Maybe we try to get another little, like, mini quantum stockpile up here. Like this guy. For all these, like, bones and whatnot. Might be a good idea. We could also use the bones to make crafts. So that could work, too. Oh, yeah. Tables and chairs. That's right. We're almost out of orthoclase. And I wanted to keep doing, like, the same color stuff. So maybe let's see if we can find any in our staircase here. We can. Okay. We'll go ahead and start mining this out. Try to get some more stone. That's schist. All we got was schist. There's one. Okay, maybe we'll get some more back this way. Yep. Okay. I don't think we can vein miner this because it's not like ore. We kind of have to just go through here doing it by hand. But at least we're finding some, and we got a couple chunks to drop. This will let us finish off making those thrones and whatnot. Okay, so the tables... let's see. How do we want to build our furniture in here? What I was thinking is maybe just, like, rings. So we start with, like, we have a square of... Well, because if we put it on the corner, we can't really... Because what I was thinking is, like, okay, we do, you know, like, a square of chairs around this, right? But then... the chair on the corner here, I guess we just have to skip the corners if we don't want it to, like, overlap too much. I don't know if it matters, but we would just have, like, an odd number of chairs versus tables if we did it like that. So maybe what we do is, like... Right, we build the tables and we build the chairs. And then we just skip an entire cubic corner like that, and we have the chairs go like this. So the inner circle will be this, and then we'll put tables on the other side that are facing inwards. And we'll, those will be like a bigger ring, because they'll go around, like, further. So then it's like... your next chair is... well, maybe not there. We skip this corner. So the next chair here, table here. So we do like that. Okay. And what would be really cool is if we could put like a lava waterfall or something in the middle of the room, like surround it in glass, and then just have lava like falling through this or something. I don't know if that makes... I know that waterfalls, like with regular water, make dwarves happy. But I think they need to be hit by like the mist from the waterfall for them to like get a good mood from it. I don't know if lava would... Like, I think if they got hit by the mist from a lava waterfall, they would start melting and screaming, so I don't think that would help. And then, yeah, we could put the tables on the other side here, and then chairs facing in. And then, we could do something like... Let's see, if the tables are here... Chair here, chair here... We could probably have these go all the way to the corner like this. And then make another square around this. And then in these squares, we could even, like, put statues and stuff, or whatever. Like, it leaves us room for decorating and everything as well. What could also be funny is if we put the food stockpiles, like, in the dining room. Like, we could put, you know, a stockpile that has, like, the prepared food and everything in it. Just put it in here. That could be an interesting way about it. Okay, so for now, let's go ahead and we need to make a bunch of mugs. We need to have a big mug moment. So we need to go... They make 3 at a time. I was just thinking, like, we're making them out of rocks, but technically you can make mugs out of lead, so you can just give all your dwarves lead poisoning. That's not actually a thing. Like, they can drink out of lead, no problem. It doesn't bother them. But it's like, it's just funny. Having all your mugs be made out of lead. Or you have like a tavern that's open for external visitors, and you put a bunch of lead mugs in there, and so all the people who come from afar to visit your fortress just get poisoned. Epic practical joke. Funny dwarven prank. Alright, we have one more door. Let's go ahead and build that. Oh, we have 2 more doors. Never mind. Right. We need to make sure everybody has a bedroom. That's going to keep them happy. Okay. So you need a bedroom. You need a bedroom. You need a bedroom. And then there we go. These guys are in the caves dying. Oh, okay, that's where 2 of our unhappy moods. I don't care if they die, honestly. Like, I would rather they just die off. I'll build a grave or something so they don't haunt us. Like, I would much rather they just go away. So we'll just let them freak out in the caves and starve. Oh, you know what? We have some silk bags here for gathering sand. We actually have empty bags. If we make... I guess we need a stockpile for the sand. I'm not sure exactly how sand gathering works. I always forget. But let's say we do this. We do have the sand thing over here, I believe. Yeah, glass furnace. So if we were to put... Is sand a stone? No. What is sand? Clay? No. I don't remember how sand works. I wish I could search this. Where are we gonna find sand? Stone, clay, sand, stone, cloth, coins, finished goods. There's gotta be a category for sand, right? Somewhere in here? Hmm. Do giant glass axe blades? That sounds really cool. Like glass spikes and stuff, and we just make like... That'd be fun. Collect sand. There it is. Okay. Okay, hold on. Collect sand. Let's just do it like 10 times or something, right? So can we collect sand right now? We should be able to, but I don't think we have a stockpile to put the sand in, is the problem. But I'm not sure what type of stockpile that would even be. We did put a bin in here. Sheets? Oh. Why did I turn these on? None. Stop it. This, no. None. Okay, so we need to figure out how do we collect sand and how do we put it in a stockpile? Was there a glass category? There's not really a category for glass. It's just like, it's under bars, like, I think. Yeah, other materials, glass. So, but you can like get bags of sand from traders, for example. So bags of sand are a thing, but how are those categorized? You know what? Let's check. I'm gonna Google it, actually. Dwarf Fort sand. Let's see. So, yeah, that's sand. Okay, so to collect sand, first you find the sand. We did that. We found sand. Then you set a zone. Okay, we did that. Each dwarf collecting sand needs a bag. Only one dwarf will collect sand per furnace. Sand collection requires the item hauling labor. Okay, fair enough. They will not be taken to the furnace. They're left in the zone until hauled or dumped or selected for a job. Any sand tile holds an infinite amount of sand. Okay, so that's good. Filled bags of sand are considered furniture. I guess it's like a bean bag. All right, fair enough. Yeah, sandbags. There we go. That's funny. Oops, not you. Can I scroll? There we go. Sand stockpile. I need to start renaming some of these as well so we can keep better track of what's going on here. Okay, so now we have a stockpile. I believe we have empty bags. Like, cave spider. This is a cave spider silk bag. It is made from cave spider silk. I think these are empty. If I'm understanding this correctly. Like, I don't think these have cave spider silk in them. They're just empty bags made from cave spider silk. So we should be able to use these bags to gather the sand. Oh, that's like baby born noise. It's like a rattle. I see. Okay. Oh, our butcher gave birth. So we have a baby dwarf in the colony now. There he is, just sitting on the floor. That's him. Dwarven baby. 0 years old. He's proud, easily stressed. He disdains peace. This baby is going to cause problems. Is he just... Did they just pop out a baby and just leave it on the floor? Like, he's just crawling around? Okay, there they go. They picked him up. It's like, come on, man. At least carry him around, you know? Okay, cool. It looks like we do need more food storage. We should probably, at this point, go ahead and set up a, like, a repeating... Now that we have extra stoneworking workshops... actually, no, it's at the Craft Dwarf. Let's go ahead and put a, pot, a rock pot here. And we're gonna have this be... when we have empty rock pots that's less than, like, 5... We don't want to keep a ton of them. And keep this, like, busy making pots all the time. Oops. So, yeah, less than 5. That's fine. Material will probably... Let's see, rock pots. We'll probably make them out of... microcline? I guess? I don't know. No, because microcline's like a blue color. Like we might want to use that for decoration, so I don't want to waste that on our food storage. Allanite, we have a lot of available. We could just do it out of that. Although it is magma safe, which is why I was kind of saving it. We could just do schist. We're not really using that for anything, and it doesn't have a color I'm not interested in. So we'll do that. We'll make pots, and we'll only make like 2 at a time, so we don't use up all of our stone instantly. And that'll make sure we keep some empty food storages in here. Because we are still, I think, butchering turkeys. Catching up with that. This guy's still working on thrones and doors. So this meeting room, we also need to make it a... No, is the dining... Oh, the dining hall is a different thing than a meeting room. Okay. Probably what I'll do is wait until we're done making the thrones to install in here. And then I'll make the new dining room first. Designate this as the dining room, so then we can go back upstairs to the temporary dining room we had on the surface, this one, and just, you know, undesignate that and uninstall all these. Also, in order to help out with this, I think the problem is, what I figured out is that stone crafting is, I think what's used for just general working of, like, making these pots and stuff. So we should probably get multiple people here who are able to do it. And then, for example, I don't know, we could try to figure something out with limiting jobs and stuff to make sure that only the people who are good at it, because this guy's legendary. So we want him to make the crafts specifically for selling. I don't know if there's an easy way for us to, like, limit it so only this guy makes the crafts, but other people can help out with, like, doors and chairs. Because right now nobody's making these pots. Even though it is satisfied that we need to make them. It could just be that the day hasn't rolled over yet, because it checks once a day. I think that might be all it is. Or something. Well, no, because it already knows that we need to make them. Is it not validated? Maybe the manager hasn't come by to validate it. That might be what it is. Well, I don't know. Like, the day just rolled over. We definitely need those pots. We're completely out. Yeah, so it is this guy, but I thought, like, I've assigned other people with stone crafting, so other people should be able to do this. Maybe let's turn on all 5 of these people. I don't know. Maybe it is just that the other people were busy. Because now we do have somebody helping out, making pots. Because, yeah, we can't let this stuff go to waste again, or else we'll get miasma. And nobody likes that. But it looks like we need a place for... Oh, the skin rotted, because they didn't do anything with it. I mean, he is tanning hides, but I guess there's only so fast he can tan the hides. Is skin... Is it a leather? No, it's not corpses. I guess it's refuse, but... But is it a body part? I don't know. I don't know what skin is. I guess I could Google it, but... I don't know why... Okay, none. Just nothing in there. This thing is totally full of bones. So what we need to do is... Let's see... Let's go ahead... Actually, let's remove this. I think the bone workshop stuff is all done at the craft dwarf workshop. I think all the bone stuff just takes place there. So if we want the bone nearby where it's going to be used, it's at these craft dwarf workshops. We'll probably set up our bone quantum stockpile, maybe just in here. We got a bunch of space in here that's not being used. So what we can do is we can go through here and start setting up little like areas for quantum stockpiles. I guess I'll... Oops. Oh, these are all the same. Whoops. So... Okay, we'll just set up 2 for now then. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Alright, so now we need to go to build. We need to build a construction for a track stop that dumps to the south. Doesn't really matter what it's made out of. I don't really want to waste wood on it. Do we have blocks? We're out of blocks. I need to set up something for those. Use cobaltite or something, I don't know. To the south. Put something over here. There we go. Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, I should check. What should I do? I need to... well, no, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. So let me see. I think we have to make a minecart out of wood. I don't think you have an option for that. Maybe you can make them out of metal, but I don't think you can make minecarts out of stone, is the only thing. Okay, so we're making more pots. Very good. Unfortunately, the turkey skin is going to waste faster than it can be tanned. It's Tannahide repeat forever. Just somebody please keep doing that until you can at least keep on top of the ones that aren't rotten yet. We'll also set that to high priority. Alright, so we'll go ahead and say that this is quantum bone input. And this one will be quantum bone. We need to build one of these. Quantum bone route. Let's go ahead and add a stop. Right there. Add a minecart. Perfect. And now here, we go to custom. We go to corpse. No, we go to refuse. And we turn on skulls and bones. Maybe horns and hooves as well. We'll just actually, instead of bone, this will just be the body part. They're totally fair. Yeah, it is. There's a lot when you first start this game. There's so many moving parts, and it's just like learning, okay, you know, how do I keep my dwarves alive? What do I need to do? How do I interact with all these systems? Yeah, it takes a long time. It's a little rough. At the very least, like, starting the game is not too bad. Essentially, like, your dwarves only have a couple necessities that you have to care about in the very beginning, right? You have to give them food. I think we just got migrant waves also. There's just a cockatiel outside. I'm pretty sure we weren't at 38. We were at 31. So I think... Or were we at 38? I don't know. Do we have... Hold on. Really quick. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, we are getting new arrivals. Oh my gosh. This is when it gets a little bit hectic, is like trying to manage the new arrivals, and we have so many people now and like not enough jobs to keep people busy. But yeah, like essentially what I like to do when I start is you know, I picked this map for the volcano, but you're gonna be in your area that you start in, and usually if you start on like not completely flat terrain, you'll have walls here. Like you can see that this is solid blocks that you can dig into and like start your base and have somewhere safe to put your stuff so things don't run into the map and steal it. So what I usually do is like, this is how I started, right? Our caravan landed somewhere over here, and so everybody was just spawned in. You definitely need a default party that I don't know if Dwarf Fortress has a default setup still of like job organization and stuff. Like, I think that's the hardest part, is that when you first start the game, it asks you to embark and pick your skills, and it's like, well, I don't know what skills to pick. I never played the game before. There's definitely some really, really good embark loadouts for what skills to give your dwarves that I remember with the ASCII version of the game. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's totally fine to just do it wrong and lose. Like, you know, if you're... Just be prepared that, yeah, you'll probably lose the game a few times, like, trying to figure it out. But, like, to make your life easier, there is... I remember the ASCII version had something called the Lazy Noob Pack, which was, like, a pre-built version of the game with, like, DF hack and some quality of life mods and stuff, like... And texture packs and whatnot, so it was like all set up for, if you've never played Dwarf Fortress, just download the Lazy Noob Pack, launch it, and then boom, there you go. It has a lot of stuff set up for you. And part of what that pack included was pre-built like loadouts for your embark. So it would just pick like, it would just be a pre-built list of these dwarves have these skills, and these are the items you take, and you don't have to think. Like, it's just, they're really good early game loadouts that will absolutely get you off the ground. I don't know how it works in default Dwarf Fortress, because I always just use a loadout. Like, I map out my skills and stuff and just do that. I don't know if it, like, randomizes it or something. But yeah, you should definitely, like, Google that. If you're new, I think it would make your life so much better. Yeah, exactly, yeah. You know, if you lose, you could just settle a new fortress. You could even keep using the same world. And you can, I think, even reclaim the ruins of your previous fortress with a new party. So, like, if your fortress collapses and everybody dies, and it just, okay, game over, I think you can go back in and embark with a new settlement of dwarves, a new group of 7, and you could just pick the same spot that you lost in and, like, reclaim your ruined fortress. I think that's a thing. Now, what you have to be careful about, if you lose to, like, goblins invading you and killing people, I think the goblins will move in if that happens. I don't remember for sure. So you do have to be careful. Like, depending on how you lose, it may not be feasible to resettle there. But, yeah, if you just lose because everybody starves to death, I think you could just, like, go back in and live there. Yeah, it's a neat thing. Like, the world is persistent, so you could do some stuff like that. But yeah, we have some more new dwarves. I really wish we could get steel going, but we have to wait for the trading caravan to do steel. Our map does not have what it needs. It's very annoying. Okay. Let's go ahead and just pull the lever. We need to let these people inside the fort. This is our only entrance. So, we've hooked up a little drawbridge. You pull the lever, it flips up and down. So now we can let the guys in. They'll be running over the mountain. 38, 39, 40. So we have a few dwarves so far. Where are you going? Oh, they're putting skin outside. Yeah, don't do that. Actually, none. I don't want the skin outside. Guys, stop it. I had this set up for rotten meat because I accidentally let some meat rot. Actually, I could probably just remove this now. We don't need that. We're up to 40. Who's this guy? Mace Dwarf. I think this guy's probably here to try to kill monsters or something. Usually you don't have just like combat. Yeah, they're a visitor. Okay. You don't have dwarves with like weapons that show up. If you see anybody with a weapon, they're generally like a visitor that's only here temporarily. So we're up to 40 pop. It's a decent number of dwarves. Some dwarves are getting a little bit unhappy because they don't have a job to do. We have so many dwarves that like I'm running out of ideas on how to keep everybody busy. I could probably just reassign them from their natural like skills. The people who are peasants I could just toss in the military or something and not worry about. But like some of these dwarves like who are tanners or milkers or whatever, like beekeepers, we don't have any bees. Yeah. It is a nice little pocket next to a volcano. And we are actively using the volcano here. We breached into the side of it to let some lava in. And by building these magma workshops above it, these can run off lava for fuel. So these can, you know, do our metal smelting and stuff without us having to need coal. However, you need to have bituminous coal or lignite on your map in order to do steel production. We've been able to make iron, but we just don't have steel accessible because we don't have the type of stone layer that lignite or bituminous coal spawns in. So, in order to properly make steel, we're stuck waiting for the next caravan to come by because we requested for them to bring us some coal. But once we do that, then we can get a military going. And I think we have a good like 10 to 20 dwarves we can just stuff in the military full time. And have them start training constantly. There's a little bit of puke outside. Just a pile of vomit in the sand. Okay, well, I don't care about the skin outdoors. We just need to make sure that the migrants and everybody that showed up are not sitting outside when we close the door. Let's see, if we go to, like, this guy who says new arrival, he is inside the fort. If we click this button right here, just takes you directly to the unit. Okay, so it looks like the new arrivals have found their way inside. I think we're good to close the fortress again. I leave it shut because I don't want to get jumped by goblins or something without noticing that we're being invaded. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the lever. I think since we have that meeting area down there in that dining room, oh, no, hold on. Never mind. Cancel that. There's still people coming in. Oh yeah, there's also visitors we got to let back out. So, okay. Petitions. I want to eradicate monsters. No, leave. Leave my fort and never come back. Petition. Eradicate monsters. No. Goodbye. Petition. Eradicate monsters. No. Okay, stray baby llama is making its way in the fort. Yeah, we just want the visitors out because otherwise if they get stuck in our fortress, they're going to throw tantrums and they cause a problem. Okay, so let's go back to this. So we have, right, we have our quantum stockpile set up here. And so that's what we're making here, this little contraption. So those go in the stockpile, and then what we have to do is we have to do the route for this minecart has to copy the items that are in this stockpile. So we start with a stockpile that accepts some specific items, which is just skull, bone, shell, teeth, horn, hair, maybe body parts too. But then I don't know if body parts are like rottable items. We don't want anything that can rot in here. That's the only thing we're trying to work out. I don't know. It's weird. But let's try that. So this is body parts and below under the refuse tab. So if we also go to our minecart and we tell the minecart to also take body parts and below, then they'll bring them to the stockpile, and then from the stockpile they'll put them in the minecart, and the minecart is set to automatically dump at this track stop that it's at to the south. So it'll dump everything into a stockpile that will then, all of these items that normally only take up one spot will just infinitely pile on top of each other. And then hopefully that lets us take all these like bones and stuff here, because see, they take up a ton of space. Hopefully that lets us take them out of this pile and just not have to take up all this room. And maybe this also needs to be, this also needs to have the matching settings, maybe? I don't know. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's hauling schist. People should come in here and, like... Is it... Maybe it's... Okay, here we go. Take from this stockpile. There we go. Alright, let's try that. I think that's what needs to happen. Perfect. And now they're dumping them all into a big pile here. Okay. We should actually probably expand this stockpile. Should have made it bigger than this, but whatever. We'll do a little bit of something like that. Just so it's slightly bigger and they can haul more stuff down here first to then stage. This is like the staging area before they dump it in the minecart. Yo, the baby's hauling stuff. Oh wait, no. That was the person carrying the baby. It like switches between their icons. Okay. Now, let's see. What we want to do is... we have culled our turkey population. We had like 60 turkeys or something. We did manage to kill all of those. And that's where all these bones and skulls and stuff came from in the first place. So we probably want to set up a couple more nest boxes, I think. Well, actually, no, because as soon as they lay their eggs, we harvest the eggs and then they go back to wandering around. So I think we don't need more nest boxes. We would only need more if they all like started laying eggs at the same time. I think we're good. We may allow them to hatch another batch of turkeys. Might be a good idea. I don't know. We also have a ton of llamas, which I don't even think we're milking them. Or shearing them, which we should start doing. Oh yeah, because if we're shearing the llamas, that could help as well for keeping people clothed. We don't need a fishery. We're not even fishing. Get this out of here. Let's go ahead and build a couple workshops here. We need to build I think another... I want to build another farmer's workshop. Oh, you know what? We need to make stone blocks for our workshop crafting stuff as well. Which is made here? No. It's made here. Block. There it is. I don't know. Make it out of andesite. Blocks let you like quintuple. You get 4-to-1 output from blocks. So if you use blocks instead of raw stone for building your workshops and stuff, it's a little bit more efficient. So I want to build, let's see, we need a farming workshop for, I want to build one dedicated for milking. So that way if somebody's milking here, we can still be spinning up our plant fiber stuff at the other one. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do work order, milk animal. And... okay, I guess that doesn't work. Let's just, cancel. Let's just have it be a repeated job. So milk animal here and then repeat forever. And then I think in order to milk animals, you need wooden buckets to get the milk. So let's make a couple wooden buckets here. Just to have some on hand. We're making beer. That's good. This is set up just for brewing cave wheat, and that's the only thing it'll do. This one brews plump helmets. We may need more barrels up here for storing seeds, because we're storing our seeds up next to the farms. I think, do we also shear animals at this workshop? We do. And let's do that forever. Because I'm sure we can shear, like, all of our alpacas. We haven't sheared them the entire time we've been here. So they must be very fluffy. We have a little bit too many cats. We probably want to cull the cat population a little bit soon. We don't want that to get too out of hand. Oh, right. So the chairs and stuff. We need to finish our dining room. A little bit, yeah. We're getting lots of animals, and animals are some of the biggest, like, causers of lag, because they infinitely reproduce and keep making more and more, and they just, you know, the more animals you give birth to, the more animals can then breed, which makes even more animals the next time. Animals are the easiest way to crash your game, or to, like, have it start running at, like, 2 FPS. So it's definitely something you always got to keep your eye on, just how many of those things are running around. But we got our nice little circular dining room here. And I'm coming up with this sort of idea to where it's just one chair and table. We can't really do the corners, because then it's like if we put a chair here, we could have multiple tables around it, so it's not, like, symmetrical. So I'm going to leave these little corner squares open. And then what we could do is we could put, like, statues or something decorative in here. So I think that'll work out. We'll just leave it like this. But the idea is to make this be the primary dining room, and to get rid of this little dinky dining room and put everything down here. Petition, eradicating monsters, no, please leave. And then as soon as we're sure that everybody's indoors... okay, so he's going away. We need to close this as well to make sure outside threats don't start invading our fortress at all. Particularly the magma crabs that exist in lava and just, like, kind of swim up and down in here. I don't know if they can exit the lava. I think they can. So I don't want that open for that reason alone. So, okay, now I think we're good. I don't think anybody's outside. So I think we're good. Should be fine. And now... yeah, the monster slayers are going to be upset, but we don't really care about them. What we're really concerned about is these people who are like, you know, this guy is not crafting objects. Maybe we put this guy onto, like, I don't know. We could put him in the military because he wants to fight and he wants excitement. So if we have him training in the military, that might actually work pretty well for him. That could be what we do with that guy. Let's see. So we have 5, that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 18, 21, and this is 14, so that's like 30 something. I think we have enough tables and chairs in total now. Maybe. I think we need 5 more chairs and then we'll get there. And then we'll deconstruct these. So let's make 5 more of those orthoclase chairs. Okay, we're getting all that in there. That's very good. How we looking here? Pretty much everything is out of here. So that's nice. Okay, we're shearing the llamas. Very good. Getting a bunch of alpaca wool. Or the alpacas, rather, not llamas. Yeah, we're starting to get a lot of alpacas as well, so this might actually keep everybody clothed with enough of these guys. But we're also growing, like, plants that can be thread as well. Which I hope we're processing. We are indeed. Okay, so we processed all the pigtails that we had so far. That's good. We may even want a second workshop here just to get through shearing all these animals and stuff. Might as well. These are multi-purpose workshops, so having more of them is never a bad thing. That is the nice part about the Steam version of the game. These workshops used to have solid tiles that you couldn't pass through, and so you'd have to be careful about where you place them. But in the Steam version, I don't know if it's the same on it, and in the non-Steam edition of the game. These are all completely walkable tiles. Like, these don't block space anymore. So you can just cram 100% of your workshops next to each other, and it doesn't matter. It's kind of a nice little change, just like a quality of life thing. Is there any other farming workshop we want to put in here? What does this do? Make sugar, flour, and other slurries here. Tasks are completed very slowly compared to a powered millstone. Okay. Capture and train small animals. No, I don't really care about that. Not really, yeah. There's not really much else we care about down here. I could put another kitchen, maybe. Or maybe another butcher. If we get a lot of stuff we have to kill, like having 2 of those operating might be a good idea. Maybe let's just put another kitchen with this rhyolite that's sitting here. Just so if we need to set up another, like, thing. Maybe one kitchen can be rendering fat all the time, since you have to render the fat at a kitchen to do that. One can be doing that while the other one is, like, making food. That could be a good idea. Let's go ahead and spin thread here. Let's... Oh. Ah, we've passed into autumn. Very cool. Well, we're getting there. I mean, we have a nice stable fortress for the most part right now. FPS has dropped below 50. Oh, multi-threading. They finally added that. Yeah, I didn't know that was off. Yeah, turn multi-threading on. I don't know if I need to restart the game for that. I didn't even realize that was, like, a thing you had to turn on specifically. Interesting. Maybe it'll tell me... Let's see. Where is multi-threading? Because that's new. The game never used to be multi-threaded. I think that was part of the things that, like, they hired a programmer or two, like, to help out making this game, and I think that was one of the things they did, is they made it so the game could be multi-threaded after, like, a decade and a half of it not being that. I don't know where that setting is exactly. Oh, right here. Annual multi. Okay. I mean, it doesn't say that you have to restart the game, so I would assume it's just able to do it. Now that it's on, I guess. All right. Whatever. That does tell me, though, that we have too many animals, probably, and it's starting to, like, tank performance. But I don't know, like, I guess maybe it's just because our population started getting bigger. It's not like we have that many animals. We did kill a bunch of turkeys. I don't know. Well, whatever. Okay, so we're making our chairs, right? We are indeed. This guy, he is getting very upset. This guy we need to put in the military. He wants martial training. Also, the good meals. Like, we've been making fine meals, but I don't know if good means, like, your chef has to be good at making meals for this to count, or if there's something else that means, you know? I don't remember exactly how we meet these needs properly. Being with family, I think this one is kind of annoying, because if the dwarf has migrated and doesn't have any family in the fortress, there's literally nothing you could do about them wanting to be with family. So it's just like, you know, haha, screw you. Martial training, throw them in the military. That's easy enough. Making merry, they should be able to do. Like, we have a dining room and a meeting hall. Like, they should be able to just go have fun there. I'm not sure why they're not making merry. Maybe we need to designate a tavern. I think taverns can end up, like, chewing through your drinks a lot. But if we do a tavern, I think that's specifically a place where they can make merry. And then that'll ensure that any dwarves that want to do that can have that need met. And I think we can limit the tavern to only be available to, like, residents of the fortress, so we don't attract, like, random visitors trying to get into our tavern. You can't really control any of that. You just have to wait and see if they get married or something. Also, we didn't collect sand. Nobody did that. Okay, somebody is doing that now. I don't know if maybe they put the bag of sand somewhere else. Okay, so we're just shearing the animals. Oh, are we gonna milk them is another thing. We can milk animal. There we go. There we go. And now, yeah, we have buckets, so we can do that. So we'll get alpaca milk. That'll help keep us with more drinks. So they gathered the sand, but where did it go? Because it's not here. Now, since it's furniture, oh, there it is. No, that's plump helmet spawns. What the hell? Excuse me? Where's the bags of sand? Finished goods bin? No. Did they get put over here? Oh, right, we need more mugs. Or did we? No, we already did that. We made a bunch of mugs. We should probably make a couple more just to be sure. Yeah, I don't know where the snad went. It's like they're doing the job, but maybe they are just like stopping the job, like they do lack access to something they need to do the sand. Yeah, see, okay, it just canceled the job. So needs valid active sand collection zone. Oh, the fucking the bungus grew over it. That's annoying. How do we not have bungus? I don't think we can, right? Like, if it's an enclosed sand tile, it will just grow fungus on it. And then the fungus means it's no longer sand. How do we preserve the sand? Does the fungus grow on the sand if it has exposure to the sky? Maybe that's how we do it. Unfortunately, the sand we had here that was convenient, we'd have to make... Oh, we could just do this. So, what if we do... Go pull the lever. What if we did this? What if we dug right there, and then this, like, green tile. So what if we dig a channel to make a hole? So we channel that out and get rid of that. So then we have a hole to the sky, and then I don't think cave fungus stuff will grow if it's visible to the outside. Right? Is that gonna work? Maybe? Because if that does work, what we could do is, this can be our sand collection zone, and then, that should work, right? So sand there. And then, if that's the case, I think all we have to do is now construct a floor right there out of you know, whatever. And then, so similarly, right, you see over here, there's these holes that are patched up with allanite blocks. Farms, surface sand work. Okay. Yeah, well, the surface, like the sand out here will work, but I don't want them going outside because they're going to get exposed to the sun and puke. But also, like, I want this sealed up for safety. So what I'm trying to do is, similarly to these farms, which can grow surface crops because they have a surface tile, even though it's technically covered up with a construction. I'm hoping that if this prevents fungus from growing on the sand because it's exposed to the outdoors, because, you know, you could see fungus didn't grow on any of this sand. What I'm hoping this will do is let us have this be exposed to the surface while not actually being exposed to the surface. And then we could seal this back up and we're good to go. Okay, a visitor has showed up. Oh no, a farmer's guild. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. Let's pull the lever for now because we built that floor. We're all set. So now hopefully we don't get any bungus growing in here. And then if we collect sand now, they're doing it. There we go. And now we have sandbags. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're getting sand. We're doing the job. Yeah, awesome. And now we can make glass and we can make like fancy stuff out of glass. All right, so a farmer's guild. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put temples over here, and we'll put guild halls the other way. So that is 7... Seven this way. There we go. We'll make the guild hall 7 by 7, just like these. And yeah, we'll make the farmer's guild. I think that'll be a good idea. Okay, so we'll let them do that. We'll go ahead and approve. And then I think it's just a meeting area. Yep. Do this. New guild hall. Farmer's hall. There we go. Ah, we need to get the value up as well for it to turn into a proper guild hall. So we're gonna have to smooth and engrave this, and then it should work. Alerta. The caravan. Hooray. We should be able to get access to steel now, because we asked them to bring us coal. Open the door, let them in. And they should be able to get in here. And then they'll be safe from any doodads that show up. So where is the caravan? There it is. Awesome. Perfect. Yep, they're coming in. Awesome. They're unloading. Very cool. And now, I probably want to go ahead and make some more crafts. Just to make sure we have, like, as much as possible here. We could do... What could we do? Let's go to labor. Let's go to adding a new detail. What we want to do is we want to make sure that only our legendary bone carver can do bone carving. Let's see. We're looking for... I think bone carving. So if we do that, you know, we got our legendary bone carver because they got a Fey mood earlier. So we have them do it. And that way they'll produce the highest quality stuff we can get. And then if we come over here to the Craftdorf's workshop and we say, you know, hey, go ahead and make us some bone crafts. 10 out of 10, right? Make 10 orders of bone craft. That should be limited to that person that I gave the job. As soon as the manager, like, approves the work order. We do have some rock crafts already, though, that we can, let's see. So, move goods to and from. And then we go for bins, and we have finished goods with 68 items in it. This one has, like, a bunch of scepters, rings, crowns, stuff like that. Like, this is... We just drag these up here and sell them. Unfortunately, they have our mugs in them, too. But that's okay. If we don't sell the mugs, like, that'll be fine. So let's bring this up. Let's bring these ones up. Oh, that's just got no, that's got raw gems. Those aren't worth that much. Oh, bar blocks. Yeah, we don't want those. We want finished goods. No, not that one. That one just has mugs. Okay, here we go. There's the other one. So we'll grab these two, and then that should be good. So bring those there, and then trader. Yeah, we're awaiting items. So I think once we bring the items up here, then we can say, hey, we need to trade. And if we look at our nobles... Okay, it doesn't... Yeah, no, you just pick your trader, I think, once you bring your stuff up here. Broker requested. You do not have a broker. Okay, so we do have to set it here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so... Here's where it gets a little bit complicated, because we have a lot of dwarves, and different people have different skills in like conversation stuff. I think the main ones we need are negotiator and persuader, or something, or like persuasion and whatever, like maybe appraiser too. I don't remember. So I think maybe we go with the cook that's at the top of the list here, because they're a talented persuader and competent negotiator. I think Judge of Intent also ties into it, but, like, I don't think that matters too much. Like, I think persuading and negotiation are, like, the primary ones, if I remember right. So if we pick this guy, he should be pretty good at trading, and he should be able to get us going here. He's currently drinking. You know, getting drunk before you go make your trade deal. There we go. Okay, so now he's here. We can pause the game, hit trade. And now we can see this is worth a lot of money. Okay, this is an artifact thing. I think we can sell it. I don't remember if you can sell the ones that they claim as like a personal heirloom or whatever. Unfortunately, all of these crafts are really not worth that much. Because they're made out of stone, and I think that's just very low value by default. But we'll go ahead and mark everything for trading. I think we can sell the artifacts. I think we probably should, because we need to get as much coal as possible. But I guess we'll see how much value we have here. And then, I wish I could just click and drag. Maybe if I shift click? No. Control click? Nope. That's the kind of stuff like for Minecraft, for example. Like, I never ever play Minecraft without mouse tweaks that lets you like click and drag your mouse over stuff to do bulk actions. To me, that's just like... after playing games for a while, it's just like, you kind of get a feel for that stuff, and they never added that to Minecraft for some reason. By default. Okay, so... we got all that. So what do we got? How much coal do we have? Not a ton, unfortunately. And it's not even worth that much anyway, so... We're good on value. We'll probably trade for drinks and stuff. Maybe. Or maybe we should trade for, like... We don't need rope. Let's see what other interesting things they might have. They have electrum. They have graphite. They have raw crystal glass. Oh, that's more lignite. Yeah, don't miss that. We don't care about clay, I think. Not worried about that. We could trade for instruments. This one's worth like 90 bucks. So, that's nice and cheap. This guy's worth 100 bucks. You can get that too. We get a few of these instruments. Maybe not the super expensive ones, though. We got duck, gander, donkey, cow, water buffalo. Don't really need any of those guys. They do... Ooh, they have some steel weapons, like steel warhammers. They're worth a lot, but that might be worthwhile to pick up. Steel high boots. It's pretty cool. Some copper gauntlets. They got mittens. They got boxes. They got bags of stuff. Dye bag, persimmon dye, red sand. We could buy bags, which may be worthwhile. They have bins of cloth. They have leather. I think we're good on leather now that we killed a bunch of turkeys. Like, I think we got a lot of leather out of that, so we're not hurting for that. Although, I think somebody can go in a Fey mood and require specific types of leather, like spider silk or something, or like plant leather. I don't remember. So maybe we do want to have some stuff on hand that's like a variety of things. We can make pigtails ourselves, so that's not a big deal. I don't know. I don't know if we need to buy a silk cloth. Maybe we should. Like, this is cheap to get the regular cave spider silk, so maybe we just get a bunch of that, just to make sure we have, like, that on hand in case somebody at all is going to need it. We can make wool ourselves, because we have alpacas we're shearing. So let's just buy the cave spider silk, and ideally we can have that on hand in case somebody needs it. It's cheap enough that we can afford a bunch of it. Alright, alright. So I think we're still at a good profit margin for the traders. Do we need more anvils? I don't think so. Like, maybe we need one more for, like, our weaponsmith and armorsmith can be working simultaneously. So I guess we could just buy an anvil. And then we could buy some variety of meat and stuff. What do they have? They have raspberries and blueberries and bilberries. We could buy the fruits, because then if we eat them, we get seeds out of it. And we could grow them ourselves. And it's not really much else that I can think of that we, like, absolutely need. I was gonna buy some alcohol here, but I don't think they have any, actually. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Yeah, maybe with the rest of our... Because it's still a good profit margin here for them. I think we could probably just grab some bags here that are cheap, like 30-buck bags. Just to have more of these on hand. We'll buy the bag with the red sand in it, why not? It's a cheap enough bag. And then, yeah. Okay, so their profit margin is still 800. Yeah, so we can still get a lot of stuff. I think as long as the profits are green, they're just like, they'll accept no matter what. And they'll be happy with it. So maybe, what else should we grab? We can't really afford a steel warhammer, but we could if we sell one of our artifacts. Like the statue for 2K. If we sold this guy, we could nab a steel warhammer. Oh, they do have dwarven ale up here. Okay, let's nab that. But there's still a lot of value. What else can we steal from them? We could take more instrument stuff. I don't really want more instrument stuff, though. Maybe we also take some leather. And take the bin it's in as well. So that gives us both a bin and a bunch of leather. Because leather's pretty cheap. And that way we just ensure that we have tons of leather for everything we need. then... we don't really need more anvils, I don't think. We could take a bunch of food, like fish. So we just get more variety of food to eat. Okay, let me see here. It's like jumping around individual songs. Let me find something to throw in. Nintendo 64 vibes, relaxing upbeat mix. Holy shit, F-Zero title theme. I don't think I would call this relaxing, but fair enough. Alright. Maybe thread? Oh, okay, we're getting out of the green. Okay, let's just trade this. Because then it's green, which I think means they're good to go. And then, I think we're good. And that dumps a bunch of our crafts on them. Let's trade. Beautiful. They're very happy about it. Awesome. Perfect. So they're happy, we're happy. Yeah. They're content. Okay, so that... And maybe with them being so happy, they might be more inclined to do something differently. I don't know. Ideally, we need them to bring just as much of this, of lignite and stuff that they can. They didn't bring that much this time. I don't know how to get them to bring more. Where is it? There it is. That's all we need. Like, we need that so we can make more steel. That's all we're hurting for. Everything else is whatever, you know. We're pretty much good on everything else. Yeah, so... And it doesn't even matter if they're double price, because they're so disgustingly cheap as it is. They're like $3 each, so double price is just $6. It's just... it doesn't matter. Alright. So that's good. That gives us a shit ton of items here that we gotta start bringing out. Okay, no trader needed. And now, I think without the trader being here, we should start hauling all these away. Who are you? Oh, that's the, okay. He's just the diplomat. Alright. And it's gonna take a minute to get everything out of here, but hopefully that works out. And we keep getting all this crap put away. And now, yeah, we're getting lignite and bituminous coal and stuff, so that's really good. So now we will finally be able to make steel. This guy wants to eradicate monsters? No. Just go home. Yep, there he go. Okay, I think they'll take everything away from the depot. I don't know. Hopefully they just keep getting all the crap we traded for. Oh, this needs to up its bin numbers so they can take the bins full of stuff and put them here. I think the food has been hauled, but I'm not 100%. I guess we'll find out once the traders leave. Like, the stuff that we've bought will be left behind, so... Who's this guy? Oh, and we get a new migrant wave. Oh boy. I wasn't even done messing with the other migrant wave. Oh my god. We have a master planter. I don't think we need any other ones. I think one, like, super high-level planter can just feed, like, several hundred dwarves or something like that. Okay, I think we've gotten pretty much everything except for these bins, I think. So we should be pretty much good. How are we doing here? Processing pigtails. Are we out of pigtails again? Nope. We're still doing it. Let's see. Milk animal. I wish... I don't know how to get this to, like... Okay, we'll just add some bungus condition here of, like, items is 10. Whatever. Because we want this to repeat, and we only want to check... We want to check, like... I don't know if you can milk animals monthly or seasonally. Maybe we'll just do... We'll do monthly. And we'll just, you know... That way we have a repeating... checking of like, okay, do we milk animals this month, kind of thing. I mean, I guess technically we could check it daily. I don't think it matters, but then over here we will also want to shear animals, which we want to set up for just whatever items at 0, and we check this monthly. There we go. Oh. We heard the noise. We heard the noise. Here we go. A peasant who doesn't have any notable skills, interestingly enough, has decided to claim this Craft Wars workshop. So they're probably just going to be like a stone carver or something, but let's see what they do. It looks like they're mostly using stone, so they're probably going to be a stone carver. Which is fine. I would prefer something else, but, you know, whatever. And iron bars. Interesting. Alright, well. At least they got everything they needed, so they won't go crazy. They started their work. So we'll get to see what goofy little thing they make. There's gotta be, like, a deconstruction order, right? I would like to just tell them deconstruct all of this stuff. I don't think there is, though. I don't know. Is there a hotkey for this? X? No, X is... Nah, that doesn't work. I thought there was a hotkey or something to, like, deconstruct stuff faster. There probably is, and I'm just, like, not thinking. Can we search the key bindings? No. Darn. Do we see, like, deconstruct in the list here anywhere? Hotkey, building. Maybe there's a deconstruct hotkey in here? Sad. I guess best we could do is, like, record a macro, but I don't even think there's a... There doesn't seem to be a button bound to this in the Steam version. It usually tells you when you, like, hover over stuff, like, if it has a button. Dang it. Okay. Remove the meeting hall. Make it a dining hall. There we go. Dining hall is also... Oops, that was the wrong one. There we go. No particular deity. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Uh-oh. Right, before we forget, we totally forgot about the guild hall. This needs to be engraved so it's worth more. And if we just engrave the walls, that should be enough. Because this whole thing engraved is 3,000, so I think if we just do the walls, that might be good. Oh, somebody is very angry. It's, okay, it's these guys who are starving in the caves. Alright. How are we looking here? These guys are still here. There's still a couple bins, which, actually, those might be just a part of the, how the building looks. Might actually be fine. Like, I think we might have got everything. Okay, let's get some more bins in here, if we have any. And then we gotta finish filling this out. Okay. Yeah, let's just remove this. Yeah, that's everything there. Now we're getting a proper Great Hall. Very good. I think we're going to need more tables and chairs, though, because now we're up to almost 50 dwarves. I think we're going to need another bedroom layer as well. We definitely need more beds, so let's get another, like, 20 beds crafting. I don't know how many we need, but we'll make 20 just to be safe. He's made an amulet. Okay. So this guy is now a legendary stonecrafter. Alright, well, whatever. Such is life. There you go. We have milk up here. Why is milk here? Drink animal. Oh. Is drink an extract? It is. I don't know if they can just drink milk directly. I forget. I don't know if they will. I'll put the drinks down here. Extract animals already said here. Okay, so I'll just have them put the milk in here. I think they'll drink it, but I'm not 100% on that. Let's see. If beer is less than 50, unrotten cave wheat. Okay, so we have beer ready to go. Do we have enough schist for this is the question. Don't know if we do. I don't know how to... Can we not modify the material it's made out of once we set it? I guess not. Yeah, we're very low on it now. We have a lot of microcline. Let's use andesite. Just to make sure we keep up on our food storage. Okay, so we're making beds now. While we're doing that, maybe we just dig another duplicate layer. Just kind of copying this layout. It's the Rim world, but mining through the world, yeah. Mass deconstruct. Oh, it's in DF hack. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of DF hack stuff that I'm just like missing because I kind of forgot about DF hack. Oops, I went up a layer. I need to go down a layer. Yeah, we want them on the same layer as these guys. I probably should just tuck this one up here. I don't know why I didn't. Whatever. Yep, we're doing the old 3x3 room. Ah, the old 3x3 room. Nothing fails. Never. What is the fucking thing where it's like... what was it, a Simpsons joke or whatever? And it's like... I forgot how it went. Good old 3x3 room. That never fails. Yeah, they don't really care about room size. Unlike RimWorld, room size doesn't really factor into anything in this game. It's just like, as long as the room is big enough to fit a bed and like a wardrobe or something, like that's pretty much all you need. I think there is in DF hack. But we're not using DF hack, so gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Thankfully, if you just like mine over an empty space like this, if I do it across multiple floors, like it doesn't do anything because it's already mined out. So we can just kind of trace the shape like this, scroll down, and then there you go. Oops. There we go. No, it's fine. I mean, just don't dig the wall, forehead. as long as nobody mines the wall, like, which you would have to tell them to do yourself. It doesn't. It's made out of obsidian, so it never melts. It just is warm. There's no downside to doing this. The only thing you have to do is just make sure you yourself don't go in here and say, "Hee hee, mine that wall." Yeah, there you go. Worst that happens, they get to have a fun bath, and then there you go. You'll get a replacement in the next migrant wave, whatever. It doesn't really matter if the doors match or not. I don't really care. I'll just put them where feels appropriate. There we go. Yeehaw. All right, so now we got 2 bedroom layers. I probably should have mined this out sooner because like dwarves are gonna start getting upset if they don't have a bedroom. We also need more doors, but hopefully there's not that many dwarves that need to get a bedroom, so it won't take, like, terribly long. Need to make some doors. I don't know, andesite, why not? Let's make, like, 10 of them. We go. How are we looking on orthoclase thrones? We got 6 of those. Yeah, it's like, they kind of care, but it's not like RimWorld. It's not like a huge thing. But they do, like, just in general, having enough tables and chairs for your colony can, like, give them negative thoughts if you don't have enough for everybody. Even if they don't use them. Like, it's more about just having them there. I wish I could see a count of how many tables are here. 6, 7... That's 10 per thing, so that's 30... That's like 35. We need more, unfortunately. We also need more mugs and stuff. I don't know how many we have. Let's see. Oh, where is it? Stocks. Never mind. It's this button up here. Goblets. We have 21 of them. We need like twice as many. So we make 3 at a time. Let's I kind of need another craft dwarf workshop. But I don't know. They're not doing the other work orders right now, so rock mug. That'll make 30 of them, which I think is fine. I'd rather have more than we need than less. And then we'll make these out of... Is granite used for anything? I don't think so. We have a ton of microcline, though. Let's just make them out of that. Okay, while they're doing that, we finally have what we need for pig iron. We have to make coke from these things, so let's just make all these into coke. And that'll take care of that. And then once we have the coke, we can make pig iron. Once we have the pig iron, we can make steel. And then we'll probably just focus on making weapons to start. We'll make, like, some swords and hammers to give our... Well, I don't know about hammers, though. We did buy a steel warhammer. Is steel even that good for hammers? I think it's just, like, average. But maybe we'll make some... Do we have any... Let's see. I think silver is technically one of the best. Okay, at least these do make a lot of coke per block, so... Even though they only had a few lumps of coal and lignite, like, we get a lot of coke out of it. That is the good part. So that'll translate to lots of steel, hopefully. Or at least enough for what we're trying to do here. So that should be... Okay, and now we can finally make these steel bars we've been waiting on forever. Maybe. Although I think we need to make pig iron first. So we might not quite be there yet. I think it's just picking it up because they're checking again, yeah. So first we have to make pig iron, then we can do it. Okay, so we're all done. Let's go ahead and make pig iron, refined coal. We did refine coal. What do you mean? Isn't that what coke is? Is coke not refined coal? All right, well, time to Google. Yeah, it's 1 iron bar, 1 flux, 1 unit of fuel. Yeah, and the fuel can and the coal can't. It has to be coal. It can't be wood. Where did our marble go? Oh, it's here. Yeah, there's a bunch of marble. So we have marble. We have fluxstone. Is this quantum ore output? Maybe. Oh, we have to also say take from the metalwork stockpile. I think that's why it just didn't know. Yeah, there it is. Pig iron. Let's make just a couple units of this really quick to see how much we get out of it. Furnace operator. We have a High Master Armor Smith. We still don't have anybody who's a weaponsmith. Kivish, the furnace operator here, should be the one doing these things, but that's not him. That's good old Urist. Maybe we should just set this to be only Kavish. Yeah, he's a High Master. How about him? Although I don't know if that, like, prevents other people from doing it or what. The Furnace Operator doesn't really matter. It's primarily for the weaponsmithing and stuff where the skill really comes into play. This, I think, just determines the speed at which they do it. All right, so now we should actually start being able to make steel. So it looks like it only makes 1 pig iron, I think, per thing. Hopefully it makes more than 1 steel per pig iron. That would be nice. And then I think for steel, they can just do it now. All right, well, I guess we don't need to... Yeah, we don't need to do that. We can let the novice furnace operator do it, because it would just be a little bit slower. It doesn't really matter. So we use iron and pig iron. Hopefully we get 2 steel out of this, at least. Yeah, we do. Okay. So it's basically 1-to-1. You need 2 marble, 2 chunks of marble or something, 2 iron, and then I think also 2 units of coke. Because you need 1 coke to make pig iron and then another coke to make the steel. So it's a little bit resource intensive, but hey, we're getting steel. We've finally gotten there. After like 2 years. So that's good. And then now what we can do is make sure that, you know, weaponsmithing, nobody is really good at it. We just had Kavish here set as the weaponsmith. It doesn't look like anybody actually has any skill in weaponsmithing, unfortunately. So, everybody's going to be equally dog shit at it. Now, we do have... Let's see. Maybe for the weaponsmith, we pick somebody who has nothing else going on, like a peasant or something. So that way they can just, like, practice their weaponsmithing and maybe eventually become okay at doing it. Maybe this paper maker. We're not going to worry about making paper, I don't think. And then I don't know what they can do to practice. Maybe we could just start pumping out copper and have them practice by making a bunch of copper bullshit. Like, because we have a bunch of... Well, we have some... Yeah, we have a bunch of tetrahedrite. So we could start shitting out copper ingots. And then have them practice a little bit before they get to working with steel. And that also gives us some silver, so we can make some silver hammers. I think we might have already had some copper on hand, but let's just go ahead and smelt up a bunch more. And then now let's go ahead and go here, go weapons, go copper, and we'll have them forge, like, maybe copper bolts to practice, because the bolts probably don't matter too much on quality. And then, you know, that'll start giving them experience, and that'll give us ammo to work with if we have some crossbow people later. I think that might be a good idea. They're gonna be slow. It's gonna be shitty. Well, they made those well crafted, but... So now it's just like dabbling weaponsmith, and they're gonna have to do... I don't think we can see their experience without DF hack or something, or like dwarf therapist. But let's give them like a repeating copper bolt order and have them just kind of work on that for a little while and see if they can get a couple levels to get going, at least out of dabbling. I would like if they could at least get that far. We need more crates in here, man. 100 something to shoot with too, yeah, exactly. I'm not really doing anything with that because there's not really too many wild animals on this map. And I prefer to just have the front door closed all the time. But you know, if we want to start doing that, we can do that too. I don't know how many jobs this is going to take to give them enough EXP to level up. Hopefully not too many. Because we do want to get our military going, like, soon here. Let's see, I don't know why the 7s are being displayed. I don't remember turning that on. Whatever. Okay, so a couple doors there, and then we gotta start putting doors down here. Oh, it's P? Dude, that's way over on the other side of my keyboard. I can't do that with one hand. I guess I kinda can. Yeah, if I move my hand and put my pinky on B. The number left of the map toggles it? Oh. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I must have accidentally pressed the hotkey for that, because I definitely didn't click on that. Thank you. Yeah, they definitely need to, later on, I don't know when they'll get to it, but they need to rethink the control scheme for Dwarf Fortress to facilitate keyboard and mouse. Like I was saying it earlier at the start of the stream, like, there's this little game called No Moria that's like just a clone of Dwarf Fortress somebody made 10 years ago. Ish. I forget exactly when they were working on it, but essentially the game got like kind of abandoned and just shoved out of early access. They never really finished the game. It's a very incomplete little project. But the cool thing about No Moria is that it had like this right-click context menu thing that you could just like right-click and pick from like this bar down here was just right-click and then you mouse over a couple things and you get to whatever you need to do. I really, really like the right-click menu in No Moria. And I think DF Hack probably has something for that, I would imagine. That's like what Dwarf Fortress needs, I think, is it needs that like right-click easy access menu. So that way when you're playing the game, you can just like get anything you need, order-wise or whatever. Just right-click, boom, you have it, and then just do it. And then that way, like, your hand over here doing WASD to move around can stay there, and then you just right-click to get to all the stuff, and it's just like, it's only nested maybe, you know, 3 menus deep or something. 3 or 4 menus at most. And I think that would help a lot for the control scheme. We're gonna need more tables. There it is. I think we have like 30-ish, so we need maybe 15 to get to the 40-something we're gonna need here. And we're making them out of allanite. We have a lot of andesite now. I guess people have been gathering some more stone and putting it in the stockpile. Okay, so at the very least, we can get these beds in and start giving people rooms. And make sure they don't get too unhappy from not having a place to sleep. Okay, let's, how are we looking here? Yeah, all these are assigned. Okay, let's get bedroom multi-assignment. And then let's just do this by hand really quick. Then we have some peasants. Let's wait for these and put a couple here. Okay, and then I think that's everybody with a bedroom now. And then we just have to smooth these ones out so they have a nicer bedroom. This guy is still kind of miserable. Bored after a sermon. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do for that guy. Oh, did this, No. Okay. We just gotta keep engraving then. We need this to get to Guildhall, and then we got to do that before this wears off. Hopefully we still have time. Okay, it's almost there. Okay, it's Guildhall. There we go. Perfect. Okay. It was just good enough. All right. Awesome. So that takes care of that obligation. We don't have to worry too much about them getting too pissed off about that. They put a bin in this fucking stockpile, and it clogged up the stone, and now it's not working anymore. How could they do this to me? No bins. 0 bin. Get that bin out of there. I was wondering why they weren't hauling stone anymore. They fucked it up. I guess cut gems should go over here. Or somewhere. We need cut gems to go somewhere else. Hold on. Oh, but that's not cut gems. That's just uncut gem. Okay. How do we get this shit out of there? I don't know. Maybe let's just add gems to here really quick. And let's see if this gets them out of that pile. I don't think it will, though, because this one still accepts uncut gems. So I guess we have to disable it first. So none gem. And then if we have this accepting gems but with no bins, I think then it'll work. We just gotta get the bin out of here. But if somebody will do it, that remains to be seen. Okay, what if we take from this stockpile? Temporarily. Don't get from anywhere. Stop it. Just give me these. That's all I want. Please. Oh, these guys are so stupid, man. Our pop went from 47 to 46. I think one of the guys in the cave died. I don't know what happened here. Yeah, one of our monster slayers died. RIP. It was the capybara guy. Or whatever he was. I don't know what... The marmot or something like that. Okay, now they're hauling butchery stuff again. Which is cool, but I need you guys to move these gems. Please? Alright, fine. We're gonna repaint it. We're going to erase this tile and paint a new tile without this... Oh, no. Paint a new tile without that. There we go. And that should enable this stockpile to work again. Yeah, now they can go get stuff. And then, I don't know, we'll deal with that at some point, I'm sure. That's really annoying. Okay, alerta. Yeah. Dead. But, remember, they had this artifact crossbow. So, we could go nab their crossbow, and then we have an artifact crossbow. Cave spider, is he killing it? I don't know what he's doing. He's just starving to death, that's all he's doing. So we'll think about that later. I mean, the crossbow's not going anywhere. Not too concerned about it at the moment. We may want to add even more wheelbarrows, so even more dwarves can contribute here. Let's do that. Let's double the number of wheelbarrows here. And let's make 7 more. I should just do a work order, but too late now. Yeah, and now that we have enough population... Oh, did somebody else die? Or was 46 where we were at? I don't know. Okay, there we go. Making wheelbarrows. That'll help us clean this stuff up. Lickety-split. Okay, so we got our tables. So now that we have this in the middle, probably what I'll do is just back-to-back chairs, like build another line of chairs here and then a ring of tables around that. So it'll be chair and then table here. So if tables are like that, chair, table. And then we leave the corner open because if we put a chair there, it's going to be, like, awkward. So we'll do that. And then just start going around. We'll probably leave this bottom part open. Like, this is where you enter and walk in. I guess they can technically walk through corners, so it's like... I mean, they'll just walk over tables. I don't give a shit. But I like to think about it like that. Like, leave them a practical way, sort of, to get in here. Alright, so chairs. Do we have any more chairs? No. We need a lot of orthoclase. Although we could start making our chairs out of microcline instead and replace these with, like, blue chairs. And just produce, like, 45 blue chairs and just just do that. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to just do that. Because, like, I don't want to keep having to track down more orthoclase just to get the chairs to match. So if we do a work order here of rock thrones, if we take a look at microcline, we have 91 microcline, so that's plenty. We can make like 25. We'll make 50 altogether. So we'll make 25 here, and we'll make 25 here. There we go. And then that should be good. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to deconstruct these one by one, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. And then, oh yeah, how are you doing? Adequate weaponsmith. They're getting there. Okay. Forging these copper bolts was a great idea. I think I'll just let them use the copper. Like, I don't think we really care about... Oh, we have so much copper. Okay, this actually needs... This stockpile needs more bins, man. Let's let that go up to 8, and then I think we just have to make more bins, too. We're, like, out of them. Let's go ahead and work order 10 of them. I think that's fine. Need a lot more bins around the fortress. How are we making headway on this? It doesn't really look like we've done much at all. There's a lot of stone that I think has been backed up for a while because of that stupid gemstone thing. So, it's gonna take a while before we get it all consolidated. Food and drink and stuff looks pretty good. I think we're doing okay with that. I don't know if our planter needs help. He's a high master planter. Like, we have this guy who's adequate, the expedition leader. So, like, we could have him help, but I think we probably just want him to keep doing it. He's not... What is he assigned to? Oh, let's turn him off from fishing and also from stone cutting. We want him to focus on planting and do nothing else. Yeah, there we go. We want to make sure that he's not busy. This, I think, should take seeds. I thought I had it take seeds, but maybe I enabled seeds somewhere else. Because we had a bag of seeds sitting here, but maybe the seeds just aren't getting hauled up there. That could be all it is. Because this is only set to output to, like, one thing. So I think I need to tell it to output as well to here. So the seeds... Yeah. Let's rename this to, like, seed pile. And then we also need to tell... Yeah, we need to tell both of these to... If we give them a specific output, we have to tell them where to put everything. So now we can get the seeds out of these stupid workshops and get them closer to here, so it saves them time. There we go, and we're getting some bins in here so we can finally clean up all this crap. I don't know if these can go in bins. They should be able to. I think these are just getting full of bars because we have so many bars. Hell yeah. Okay. So that's cleaning up nicely. All right, we got ourselves a decent little industry going on here. Once this person is good at weaponsmithing, we can trust them to handle some steel. We also probably want to do... Well, no, because our armor smith is already good. They're already high master. We don't have to worry about them training. They can just take off running and just do armor smithing. So that's fine. Oh, yeah. And the new people, we need to add to stone cutting, so they help out with that. I totally forgot to do that. These people who have other jobs, we probably don't need them to stone cut. We'll just let other people handle it. This person is the priest. I think we'll just leave them off. Although with a legendary stone cutter, maybe we just want to consolidate like, who is doing the stone cutting. I want... Because engraving is a different thing, right? Like, we can just... The people who are good at engraving can do the engravings, which will make them worth more. And then the people who... Yeah, these people can just do smoothing. I think that's how that's going to work. If we do it this way. That way, not everybody does engraving, and we have our, like, good engravers actually doing that. I think that'll help. I would like them to put these seeds where they need to go. Don't know if they're maybe just busy doing other stuff, or if they'll get to that. We are starting to chew through all of our wood. We have this set up to auto-refill from down by the cavern layer in some other wood stockpiles so we can get the wood in from the cavern fast. But as you can see, it's not being refilled anymore, so we have now chewed through all of the wood that was in the from the tower caps that we cut down earlier. Okay, cool. So that's cleaned off. They can work much faster that way. They are competent. Very nice. They're getting there. It's really like the dabbling stage, I think, is the slowest. And then once they get past dabbling, like, they level up fairly quickly in the early few levels. So that's good. They're getting better. I'll let them keep crafting bolts. We'll just let that run for a little while longer. I would like them to get up, like, to a good skill level before I really start trusting them with, Okay, so the thrones are getting stuck here. Did we not turn on... Thrones are turned on here out of stone and clay. I guess they are just, like, all the work is piling up, so they're not really... They're not getting the thrones off the workshop. There's also, like, only one guy doing this. Again, I thought I fixed that, but I think I'm confused on something with, like, labor. Stone... Okay. So the stone workshop thing, that's what it is. So we need to turn this guy on to masonry and stone carving. Oh, but that's the priest. I don't think he's gonna do it. Let's turn this guy on. Baby. I like that you just see the baby icon just, like, floating around sometimes. We're getting there. We're making some headway on all this raw stone. Let's see. The cats, I think we want to cull a few of them. Like, these ones that have been around since the beginning are the oldest. So maybe we kill off a few of these, and then we just leave, like, a male and female cat. Like, we don't need a ton of cats, or maybe, like, 2 of each or something. We just need a few cats to, like, keep the pests out of our food. Really. So we have a male, a female... maybe just one female, so we don't have a ton of new cats being birthed. And then a couple males. I guess something else we could be doing is allowing the kittens to be used as pets. I guess the kittens, they're uninterested. But some of these... Oh, cats are just... Okay, cats pick their owner. That's right. You don't get to... You don't get to choose with cats. But we could, with maybe the alpacas or, like, some of the turkeys, we could hatch some extra turkeys. We could start allowing them to have turkey pets, and that way, like, I think having a pet helps dwarves stay happier. As long as the pet doesn't die randomly. So we'll get rid of a couple cats here, just so we can try to minimize how many are running around, because we have a lot here, actually. We might need to get rid of all the kittens, unfortunately. This music is kind of penis music right now, too. What is this? Pokemon Stadium 2? That's a very penis music song for Pokemon. I never really played the Stadium games, like the old N64 ones. Yeah, I think we unfortunately just need to get rid of the kittens. They're not really helping us out here. We could geld the cats so we stop making a bunch, but we do want new cats to, like, grow up and replace the older ones when they get too old. So maybe we'll keep, like, 3 male kittens and 1 female kitten. And then those ones will grow up and replace these ones. And then the male kittens that we're gonna keep, we can geld them so they stop making more cats. I think that would be... Oh, not the alpaca. We're okay with the alpacas and stuff, but the cats, we don't need, like, a shit ton of them. We just need to neuter the cats, and that should help a lot. Yeah, all of the males that we are keeping around that are cats, I think we will go ahead and neuter. And we'll just let the kittens grow up, and they can, you know, they can breed and make some new cats later. We probably also want to geld this cat. He's somebody's pet, but he could still breed. And I think that's fine. We don't even have a dog for this one, so it doesn't really matter. And then I think we're good. Okay, so that'll help cut down on the animal problem. Hopefully. And how are we doing? Are more people crafting the thrones now? They are. Okay, good. Yeah, I had an issue. I forgot that I didn't turn on more than one person at stone crafting, so that was going a little bit slow. They're still not putting the thrones into the stone stockpile. I don't know what that's all about. So, whatever. I don't know, man. I'm sure it'll happen eventually, right? Okay. Let's maybe smooth out some rooms here as well. Directly linked to this? Actually, that's a good question. It's not. Maybe it should be. It's not linked to anything. These are just kind of doing their thing. I don't know if I should link it or if I should just leave it. Yeah, they must just be busy with other stuff, but usually it doesn't take them this long to get to stuff like this. It moves it faster? Okay. I'll go ahead and link it then. I don't think we really want these to output anywhere else because these are stone workshops. And then we can also tell it to take from the quantum stone stockpile that we have going on here, so I suppose that works. There we go. Just to ensure that they don't go running around looking for stone anywhere else. Okay, yeah. Now it is happening. All right, yeah. Whatever. Okay. All right. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start getting rid of these. And we're gonna put the blue chairs in here instead. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these orthoclase thrones. Because I want this to look nice. I would leave them, but then the mismatched colors are gonna piss me off. So we're gonna replace all of them. Yeah. I just... Do you know if Steam version has a hotkey for this? Because I don't think it does. I went looking through the controls and I couldn't find one. I think we're stuck just... Click, 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 click. I don't know. I don't know if there's a better way. Now, will they put these in here? I don't think they will they? Oh, because it's... Oh, that's why I turned off accept anywhere. Whoops. I used to play this with DF Hack all the time because I would play the lazy noob pack, and that just had DF Hack built in. But, I just have been lazy because I'm a lazy noob. So I haven't bothered, like, installing DF Hack. And yeah, so I've just been riding it out. Okay, that's a lot of fucking chairs. Is there anything we can do with an unwanted chair besides, I guess, just sell it? Even though these weigh a ton because they're stone. So selling them off might be difficult, but I guess there's nothing else we can do with it, is there? It's not C. What is chair? It's R. Place it in obscure locations. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. Start putting chairs randomly. You know what we could do? We could put cuck chairs in their bedrooms. We could just start putting the chairs in their rooms. Because they have 3x3 bedrooms, so there's extra space in there. Like, there's nothing else we could do with them, so... Might as well. Or, oh yeah, we could just smash it under a bridge, that's true. Oop, what happened? Oh, right, okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of that. There we go, and now this will be nice and colored. Unfortunately, the floors aren't very colorful in Steam Edition. Fancy up an office. If it's a really good one, yeah, litter the caves for the monster hunters to rest at. Yeah, we could throw them in the caves. There we go. Blue and purple. It's pretty nice. Or, like, it's kind of a pink more than purple. Somewhere in between a pink and a purple. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The value does get added, that's true. So that can be a downside. Alright, how we looking? How you doing? Where are they? Right there. Skilled. Okay. They are slowly working their way up. I think maybe when it's talented or something. I don't remember the list of names. Let me look that up. Let me see. Skilled is level 4. So, talented is level 6. And that's out of, like, 15 is legendary. So maybe, yeah, I want them to get talented or adept, I think, before they really start making our actual weapons to use. I think. Because then, like, we want a good chance of the weapons being higher quality. Because that will matter. Yeah, our Armor Smith is already High Master, which is 13, so they're only a couple levels off of Legendary, so they're good. They don't need to practice. We bought an anvil. We can set up another Magma Forge if we, like, trim this out of the way and just build it over here. We can move this stockpile, and honestly, it doesn't even need to be here, but let me just redraw it and put it, like, up here. What is this? Buck Bumble. Never heard of this game in my life. Insane. It's just like a bee, but what? He's like a weird bee and like with a gun. Why does he have a gun? This is an Ubisoft game? Never heard of Buck Bumble in my life. It's a funny song. All right. So yeah, we'll let them keep going. We have plenty of copper bars, so might as well just chew through them all. Oh, what, really? Yeah, all right, fair enough. I mean, that makes sense. I can see why people would make a meme out of this song. How do you deconstruct a floor? Do you just mine it? No. Because we need to deconstruct the floor, right? To get another. I want to make another magma forge for the armorer to work out. But since I put this floor in, is there? Can I? Oh wait, no, it's channeling, right? Yeah, that doesn't work. Is it? Oh, there it is. Constructed floors. Okay, never mind. I figured it out. I found it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and actually. Well, we don't need both tiles, but whatever. We'll just do both. And then we will build another magma forge over here. Workshop. No, it's not there. It's right here. Iron anvil. And I guess they can't use these allanite bars because they're not like in a thing. All right, I'll wait. I'll be patient. Yeah, they've already been, I think, designated for hauling. That's why. What an amazing song. That's so funny. There we go. Allanite block. Okay. So, there we go. That'll get us another one going. And then if we want to start, we could probably start actually working on... Our armor smith can start making, like, steel... Should we... We should do, like, everything out of steel, right? Steel is better for armor than iron and stuff. Like, it's just straight up better. So if we can, we should. That's what I'm thinking. We don't have a lot of steel. Maybe let's keep making more steel. Let's see. I wish we could have, like, a custom... this might be a DF hack thing. But I wish we could do, like, a custom thing on the screen that just shows us, like, okay, we have 71 iron bars. And that way we could just see at a glance how many iron we have and stuff like that. Oh, we still have 58 copper. Jesus. Okay. So let's go ahead and if we have 71 iron, let's make, like... so we have 71 iron and we have 48 coke. So let's make, like, 20 more pig iron for steel. That'll use about half of our coke. So let's just cancel that. Let's go ahead and make pig iron. Let's make like 20 of those. Let them do that. I think, oh, we're out of flux. That's the problem. We need more of that. There's a little bit of flux up here at the top of the mountain. I still haven't found any underground. There was some marble up here I was chewing away at and getting a little bit of flux, but it's not very much. And I don't want to dig too much out of here because then we're probably going to be exposed for invaders. I wish I could... Okay, so what... So nice and microcline and stuff seems to be on the same layer as marble. So if we see microcline, does that mean that we will find marble on that layer? Or is microcline something that can happen on multiple different layer types? Because this layer with, like, andesite and cinnabar and stuff doesn't seem to have any marble in it. Although, I think this is a different biome back here than down here. I think also, because of where we've settled, like, this biome over here is different than the biome next to the volcano, because that's under the sand. And I think that's where we're going to find more of it, is, like... in this part of the map as well, like on the right side. So maybe we just need to explore over there a little bit. Let's try that. Because we want to extend this hallway for more temples and stuff later anyways. Let's go ahead and maybe just have our miners come over here and just see, like, hey, what's going on over this way? Let's just do a big ol'... What are we at here? 33. Let's go 35. Let's just do a big ol' hallway out this way. And let's see if we can discover any useful rocks here. Do we have all of our miners mining? We do. It may be time to take our most miserable dwarf and turn him into a miner. We have this guy who's just been permanently sad for a while. I think we could probably undo his sadness by just making him do mining and just having him do that forever. That will probably cure his depression. Oh shit. I didn't even realize. Oh wait, no. Okay, never mind. He's good. I totally missed that noise of that guy claiming this thing. But we're good. He had everything he needed. Okay, so he's probably going to become a legendary jeweler then. That's pretty cool. Still not... He made a bucket. He made a bucket. Why did he do that? Well, now he's a legendary gem setter, so that's cool. I mean, I guess, man, if that's what you're about, you can make a legendary bucket, I suppose. Where did it go? The Dull Mother. It's a rose quartz bucket. Wow, that's it. It's just a rose quartz bucket. It doesn't even... Is it... Oh, it's made out of gemstone. Like, it's not that there's gems set in the bucket. The bucket is just like a hollow gem that he carved out into the shape of a bucket. This guy's insane. Why would he do that? I like to think he just like... He got like a spoon or something and was just like hollowing out a gem for 3 days or a month or something. And then he's just like, guys, look, I made this. And it's just a shitty like gem with the inside missing. And he's like, it's a bucket. Right? Yeah, like unless it was like a huge gem cluster. Okay, maybe it could be like bucket sized, like maybe a little small bucket. It has a handle, apparently, so, I mean, it's big enough for that. The handle is also, by the way, made out of gemstone, so it's like you pick it up by the handle, and when the handle is, like, turning in the bucket, it's gonna be, like, grinding on itself, because it's the same material as the bucket, and it's all gemstone. What a miserable bucket. Why would you do that? What's going on here? Where did the minecart go? Oh, it's there. There's just like a pile of stones stuck on the minecart for some reason. That's weird. Big gems. Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's a giant gemstone that he hollowed out into the shape of a bucket, but it's like... There have to be better things you could do with a gemstone than doing that. Yeah, we got nothing, man, for those... The layers that have, the shit we need in them. This is tough. Well, it's not tough, it's like diorite, but, you know, this sucks. So I would like some more marble or something that's, like, easier to get to. Alright, well, I guess we'll just continue our staircase then. Since there's nothing really good here. Let's just go down another, like, 40 layers. And we'll see... What can we find? There's gotta be something. I would prefer not running into the next cavern layer. I don't need more cavern layers. Oh, you know what? We actually have little cave spider silk webs down here. I think we can turn those into silk, right? Like, we could just have dwarves come down here and collect these. Might not be a bad idea. That would be a renewable source of silk, right? Without having to deal with, like, the big cave spiders. Yeah, okay. So that could be a good idea. We might do that later. Maybe we'll set up a workshop down here, and then have a dwarf come down here every so often and just make some thread. But this is my wood stockpile for the cave wood, so that way we can just, like, pop this open and run in the cave and grab some mushrooms and then leave. Let's see, granite, rhyolite. Oh boy, okay. Well, we found the other cave. Not ideal. Okay. Let's go ahead and stop doing that. Okay, these should just be stairs up. And then these we need to install some floors on. Okay. So that'll save us from this. Do we see anything good? Tunnel tubes, goblin caps. But just more diorite, orthoclase. Yeah, we're getting kind of screwed by these stone layers. We're not really getting what we need here. Is there anything down this way? No, that's diorite, unfortunately. Very unfortunate. Not a lot we can do about that, I guess. Cave fish. Okay, so let's clean up these jobs here. And then it looks like we'll have to go over here and continue our work, which is not a big deal. I think that's fine. I don't think that leaks, right? Like an aquifer, it's just damp. So we should be able to just do that, and then I'm gonna go one more. Well, instead of... Let's see, how much lower does that go? I'm lazy, so we're just gonna do that. Good enough. And then some people will come down here, seal that up eventually, and our miners can just keep on going. Doesn't look like anybody fell in, so I think we're good. If there are 2 drops. Oh, okay. Thank you. Why does he have, like, hands? What is this symbol? What does that mean? I guess that means he's building something? I haven't seen that before. Alright, while we're waiting here, how is our weaponsmith doing? Proficient! They have leveled up again. They're getting there. So what do we think? Like, are we ever going to run into more marble layers underground? Because I think that marble on the mountain surface is the only place I've seen... Why did they skip this? Is it because it's damp? Oh, you dummy. Okay. Fine. We'll go 1 layer down again. That should work. I forgot about the dampness vertically. I'm gonna be really sad if every single layer underground just does not have Fluxstone, and the only Fluxstone the Embark told us about is because it was on the we left the door open. Okay, I don't have a military yet. I don't know where the thief is. Where did they go? Kobold thief. Okay, if they're just leaving right now, that's fine. Like, I'd rather they just steal a couple things and just take off. Yeah, that's okay. I don't think they took the baby. Yeah, they didn't take the baby, so whatever. We lost some food. Let's just pull this again. I totally forgot to close this back up after the traders left. That's why I like to... Oh, where are you going? Why would you do this? You fucking idiot. Where are you going? What? Huh? Why did they leave the fort? That doesn't make any sense. Yes, get back inside. What are you doing? What a weirdo. Maybe they were chasing the kobolds, and then it just, like, they left the map, so they turned around. Okay. There we go. Alright, now we don't have to worry about getting stuff stolen again. That's fine. Whatever. If they stole the artifacts, who cares? Like, none of them were important anyways. Alright. Let's build some more of these thrones. Oops. No, don't do that one. We told them to make like 50 microcline thrones in total, which is a little bit more than we needed. So if that's all 50 already, then I think we have enough tables and chairs for everybody in the fortress, so we're good on that. And then if we look up goblets, no, are they just mugs? We have 51 mugs, so we're good on that. We have enough for everybody. Okay. Another cave system. Very cool. Maybe this one will be good. Ooh. Underlichen. Wow. Nether caps. Blood thorns. It's a spooky little biome. Okay, so these need to be stairs up. And then we need to build constructions. Are we out of... We might be out of blocks for this. What do you mean blocked? What? Why is that blocked? Maybe they need to finish digging down here to, like, open it up. Yeah, there we go. And then, well, we don't need blocks. We can just use the stone blocks, these stone lumps that are just nearby. And they don't really have to worry about it. Okay, so seal that up. And then, did we get lucky this time? It does not look like we did. I think it's just more diorite. This sucks, man. We got played by the embark screen, because I went here because I'm like, oh, the mountain layer has fluxstone in it. That's cool. Little did I know, the fluxstone would only be on the surface, and that's it. This sucks. Oh, man. Well. Just absolute doo-doo. How deep does this world go? Oh my god. We're only on, what? Negative... like, 12 out of 100? Negative 9? Got some ways to go. I mean, I'm gonna keep going. Like, I don't... It's no reason not to, right? I'll probably move my staircase over here, though. Probably like right here. And then we'll get rid of this old one. There we go. Yeah, let's just keep going. I think we're probably not going to find the flux stone we need underground. I think we're just going to be screwed, but I'll give it my best shot. You know, we'll keep looking. We might get lucky and find something. Because, like, this is slate. Is slate not part of the layer we're looking for? Yeah. Slate, quartzite, phyllite, schist, nice marble. So, like, if there's slate, there should be marble nearby. Or on the same layer as slate. You know? That's what I thought. But I don't... Like, diorite is not a part of that rock layer, but then it's like, you know, we're surrounded by diorite, so that's what's weird to me. Like, I feel like, I guess slate must appear in a different rock layer than just the one we were looking for. Wish there was some way of, like, that's weird. Oh, it's warm. Oh. Huh. Interesting. What does that mean? If we're seeing warm like this, is that like the roof of the magma caverns? Does the world not actually go down to negative 100? That's probably what that means, right? Like, because if it's a full square and this middle square is warm, that doesn't mean that there's lava here. Because I think this middle square would not be warm if there was lava around it. So I think it's the lava is underneath it. At this point. Well, either way, that's where we stop right now. Let's see if we could... Let me go ahead and dig off to the side here. This might be dangerous to do, but I was thinking maybe I could just channel the floor and just see what's under us. Like, just dig a channel. I don't think it'll, like, cause lava to spew forth. Yeah, see, so that... Okay, so this is warm, but I think there's lava underneath it, maybe? Because, see, that didn't open up anything. Let's go ahead and dig stairs going up here. I think we're okay to do that. Yeah. Okay, so there's something beneath this layer. Let's go ahead and just mine this out. Okay. So, what does that mean? Interesting. I don't really know what that means. Puncture another hole? There it is. Interesting. Okay. So, unusual volcanic wall studded with gems. Well, here's where our volcano comes from. There are fire snakes in here. Let's go ahead and patch up this floor. We don't want fire snakes or anything getting in. That would be bad. We, interestingly enough, did not see a message about adamantite, so I don't think there's any visible. Oh yeah, look, there's like gems over here, I think. It's kind of a shitty map. We didn't bust into any adamantite that was visible We don't get any marble. What the hell? So wait, is this the bottom of the world then? Like the magma sea? That's basically the end, right? Until you get into the circus. So, man, I guess we have to get the marble off of the top of the mountain or trade for it, but it looks like we're not going to be able to get it from mining. It's all just like diorite and stuff down here. Very unfortunate. I guess what I could do on one of the layers where we've already found some marble, like here, I could go see if there's marble over here in the rest of the mountain. Like maybe there's some hiding over that way. And maybe leave like a wide berth here so they don't just immediately mine into the mountain. I guess they could anyways, like if they decided to. They could just mine straight through this, so... I don't really know what we could do about that. Maybe set up some stuff up here to, like, defend it, but... I guess we could seal this off if we find all the marble that's up here. We could just build some floors and just seal it. Let's see. I want to check... Do we have a hunter? Okay, I think they're in the fortress, because I saw some bolts out here, and I'm like, I hope we don't have a hunter trapped outside shooting something. Alright, well, we did our best. We'll just hard pivot over to this area. Because we'll at least get some marble out of this. Like, there's a bunch of marble here. That's the edge of the map. Okay, so we'll keep going like that. And then the marble gives way. Of course it does. And we'll see if we can do a little hallway over this way. And see what kind of stuff we can find out over here. We'll hope for the best. We did find some here, so we can obviously mine out some more of this and get some more marble. But man, look at all this, just basalt. Just bath salt. All it's over here. We'll keep going. We'll probably just mine out, like, as much of this as possible. Maybe start, like, strip mining it, so we can just see every single type of stone that's in here. So we can go like this. Where's the edge of the map? Right there. And then that reveals these blocks. And then if we can see this... Probably just go like this so we can see absolutely every block. I'm gonna do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of that. And we'll see what we can find. Maybe instead of still going like this, I'll have it start going down. Like that. And we'll keep strip mining for marble. It'll keep our miners busy, if nothing else. There's gotta be more up here, right? There's gotta be. There we go. Let's do that. Let's see what we can find. Probably nothing, but at least we'll have tried. We'll get a lot of basalt, at the very least, or whatever else is in here. But it did say, like, quartzite was a part of the metamorphic layer that we're looking for. And it says, like, mica is, too. And we saw a bunch of mica underground, but, like, we didn't see any of the other stuff. Like, so I guess mica must exist in other stone layers. Like, that's gotta be why. Well, at least we have some marble up here. Horn blend. I don't think that's not really what we're looking for. Okay. So we'll let this take care of itself. That's a pretty long-term project. Let's see. We're good on alcohol. Actually, we're not good on alcohol. Why aren't we good on alcohol? Why are these seeds not getting put in the seed pile? That's what I want to know. Is it because this needs more barrels? I put more barrels. Is it oh. Does this need access to barrels because it's not like... Actually, no, not that. I think we need to let it have access to barrels because we're putting barrels here. Might need to make a couple more regular barrels as well. I don't really know why they're not putting seeds here. Because these are getting clogged up with seeds. And these are set to take seeds. Let's not have it take any of this other stuff. I don't know what's up with this. Oh, saving game. Oh, we made it another year. Well, I guess that's a good point to take stock of our fort and see what we're doing. Okay, so how's our weaponsmith? Adept. That is pretty good. That's 7. So they're halfway there to being an expert, a legendary weaponsmith. So that's pretty good. I'll probably have them start actually working on weapons at this point. I think that's good enough. We have our other workshop. We should make, probably start thinking about what kind of steel armor we can make. Maybe some, like, steel breastplates or something to protect their important bits, like breastplates, helmets, and probably make shields out of, like, copper or iron, because the material doesn't really matter. So we'll make steel helms, steel breastplates, and some shields for them to start with. I think that would be the good... That would, like, not take up a ton of steel, and then we can start outfitting them with some good armor. This needs more storage. The bolts are just all over the floor. We finished the pig iron, so now that we have this, like, 20 extra pig iron, we should just make 20 steel orders. I'll put that in right now, so when we come back to this, that's good to go. So we'll make 20 steel bars. Yeah, we got to figure out... I don't know what's up with the seeds. We need to figure out how to get the seeds out of these because they just get stuck here. I don't know why. They're set to deposit in the seed pile. And the seeds are, like, output from this, so they should be able to just take the seeds out and put them up there. This is set to take from anywhere. But it's also, you know, it's taking from the stills. So I'm not really sure what's going on. People must... Maybe you're just busy and their AI hasn't caught up with it yet. I don't know. We have all these chairs we got to figure out. Probably just throw them somewhere. We could put them in here. In the, Why do you have bones in here? What the hell are you doing? Stray baby llama skeleton. What? Huh? Why is there a dead rabbit and llama skeleton? Oh! I forgot to put them in a grazing area. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. I'll probably put, like, a stockpile back here for, like, corpses or something. So it doesn't bother people. Well, we'll deal with that another time. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. My throat's getting a little sore and, like, tired from talking. So... I think we made some good progress. We can finally start our steel industry. We had thieves show up. No raids yet, but I gotta imagine they'll be coming soon. Our drinks are not looking too good. I don't know why. We have tons of plump helmets. It must just be our brewer was, like, busy. And they weren't making any wine for a little while. We don't have any cave wheat left. Because spring... Yeah, we chewed through all the cave wheat. So we're going back to just wine. I think instead of cave wheat for alcohol, we should do... one of these surface crops, because they grow in every season. It's, like, weird, but, if we do... we had strawberries. We have raspberries. That's what it is. We have raspberry seeds. So if we do... can we actually plant those, though? We might not be able to. Interesting. So for some reason, we can't plant raspberries here. Maybe it has to do with the biome or something that we're in. But if we could get our hands on strawberries or... I don't know what else we can brew. I forget exactly what all of this brews up. Like, I think barley might brew into stuff. Actually, potatoes, I think, brew into things. So if we start doing potatoes, that would give us a year-round crop aside from plump helmets that we could turn into a secondary version of alcohol so they don't get too bored. So I think we'll go ahead and start doing potatoes because we have seeds for those. So I should have did that earlier, but I kind of forgot about it. Unable to argue. Yeah, okay, whatever, dude. And then I think from here, we probably, once we get our drinks sorted out and we have, like, a steady supply of multiple crops that are giving us alcohol, we should probably set up a tavern of some kind. Because, like, people want to make merry and stuff, and I think they might need a tavern for that. I also don't know if we're getting too many animals here. If we need to maybe expand this. I mean, we could just start digging out more sand and just make a bigger area with fungus on it for them to eat. Uh-oh. Okay, so that didn't work. We lost our sand. So, okay. We have to go to the surface explicitly. Like, if we roof in the surface sand, it's either because it's roofed in, or I think it's because of the roof. Like, any sand under a roof will grow fungus, and then you can't, like, harvest sand from it anymore. So, if we want more glass, we're gonna have to keep a little area open up here. Maybe we'll just, like, build a tall, like, wall that's, like, several units high so they can't just get in. I wonder if we use a glass floor, if that would work. Like, if a glass floor would prevent it from fungusing. I don't think so, but maybe. Anyways, I think that's a good place to stop, so we'll wrap things up there for the night. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And, yeah, we'll be back again on Wednesday with some more video games. So take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.